their bank, pennies clank. There's not enough to buy this stuff. Sheep blink, sheep think. What can they swap to pay the shop? Don't tell me they shear themselves. Do they? Oh my god. They do. Oh my god. Sheep clip wool, 3 bags full. Hello.
Flappled.
Sheep trade, the bill is paid. What?
She's saying to keep reading.
Okay. Sheep hop home in the warm spring sun. They're ready for some birthday fun.
That's because sometimes people try to only read the first story, and that's not okay.
Bigger and smaller.
Seriously.
One night, Big Goof and Little Goof were watching TV. The TV lady said, "If you do not get enough sleep, you'll get sick." "Oh no," said Big Goof. "Look how late it is. We better go to bed right away," said Little Goof. You're a little goof. The 2 goofs were in a big hurry. They took off their shoes. They took off their pants. They took off their shirts. They threw their clothes all over the place. Then they jumped into bed and went right to sleep. Very early the next morning, while it was still dark, a car honked outside. The 2 goofs were so sleepy they could hardly open their eyes. Ah. They found clothes and began to put them on. Big Goof looked down. "I must be getting bigger," he cried. "I'm too big for my clothes." "Look at me," cried Little Goof. "I'm getting smaller. I am too small for my clothes." "This is terrible," said Big Goof. "I was already big." "And I was already little," said Little Goof. "I will be too big to sit in my chair," said Big Goof. "I'll be too little to sit in mine," said Little Goof. And they're thinking, "We will get tired from standing up all the time." "I will be too big to fit in the bathtub," said Big Goof. "I will be so little I might go down the drain," said Little Goof.
Who's a little goof?
This one right here. "We will be dirty from never taking a bath." Dirty. That TV lady was right, Big Goof said. "We did not get enough sleep and we got sick." "I got getting bigger sickness," said Big Goof. "I got getting smaller sickness," said Little Goof. "If we are sick, we ought to be in bed." Slowly, slowly, the 2 goofs took off their shoes. They took off their pants. They took off their shirts. They folded their clothes neatly, got into bed, and went to sleep. Later that same morning, when the sun was shining brightly, a car honked outside. The goofs woke up. This time, they were not sleepy. Their eyes opened wide. They put on their clothes the right way. "Look what happened," said Little Goof. "The TV lady was sure smart. All that sleep made us the right size again."
Oof.
Said Big Goof. Boom.
Yeah.
Big bada boom.
Just look at those goofs now. Isn't it wonderful to see them all better and back to normal? Yes, yes, ma'am. Pizza time. Fox saw his friend Dexter coming out of the pizza parlor. "You can't fire me," said Dexter. "Oh,
Yeah, Ethan got a little bump.
it happens.
It does.
Because you're exploring and jumping on things." "You can't fire me," said Dexter. "I quit." "Fine," said the boss. "Maybe my next delivery boy won't eat up all the pizza." Dexter left in a huff, and Fox stepped inside the pizza parlor. "Do you have a job for me?" asked Fox. "Do you like pizza?" said the boss. "I prefer hot dogs," said Fox.
Whoa. You okay, girl?
Yeah, she's all right.
"Excellent," said the boss. "Are you fast on your feet?" "Like the wind," said Fox. "Excellent," said the boss. "Take this pizza over to Mrs. O'Hara. She's been waiting a long time." Fox was out the door in a flash. On Homer's Hill, Fox picked up speed. "I'm the fastest fox in town," he said. At that moment, Louise came around the corner. She was taking her pet mice to the vet for their shots. It was quite a crash. Fox, Louise, and everything else went flying. They saw stars. "Now you've done it," said Fox. "You've made me late. I really have to step on it." And he hurried away. Louise went to the vet's. Dr. Jane opened the box. "Where are your pet mice?" she said. "This looks like a pizza." Uh-oh, said Louise. Fox knocked on Mrs. O'Hara's door. It's about time, said Mrs. O'Hara. I'm having a party and we're just dying for pizza. It'll be well worth the wait, said Fox. Pizza time, said Mrs. O'Hara to her friends. She opened the box. Back at the pizza parlor, the boss was hopping mad. Mrs. O'Hara just called, he said, and you are fired. Didn't you like the pizza? Said Fox. The riddle. Boris the bear met Morris the moose. Do you like riddles? Boris asked. Morris said, how do they taste? Boris said, you don't eat riddles. Morris said, do you drink them? Boris said, you do not eat riddles, you do not drink riddles, you ask them. Listen, I will ask you a riddle. Boris said, what has 4 feet? Morris yelled, me! I didn't finish, Boris said. What has 4 feet and a tail? Me! Morris yelled. I didn't finish, Boris cried. Let me finish. Morris put a hoof over his mouth. Boris asked, what has 4 feet and a tail and flies? What do you think it is? Me! Morris yelled. I have 4 feet and a tail and flies come and sit on me all the time. Oh no, Boris growled. The answer is a horse in an airplane. Here's another riddle. What kind of comb can't comb hair? I know, Morris cried. A broken comb. No, 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 Morris shouted. Boris shouted. The answer is a honeycomb. What's a honeycomb? Morris asked. Boris said, it's the inside of a bee house. Don't you know anything? Morris said, I know about riddles. You don't eat riddles. You do not drink riddles. You ask riddles. Boris said, and you must answer them. Try to answer this riddle. What kind of bee doesn't sting? I know, cried Morris. A friendly bee. No, no, Boris yelled. Morris cried, a sleeping bee. No, 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 Boris shouted. The answer is a beetle. Oh, you don't know how to answer riddles. I am not going to ask you any more. Morris said, you know how to answer riddles. Let me ask you riddles. Go ahead, said Boris. Ask me riddles. Morris asked, what has 4 feet and a tail and flies? Boris answered, a horse in an airplane. No, no, Morris cried, a moose in an airplane. Boris yelled, you mean a horse? Morris said, I mean a moose. I want a moose to get an airplane ride. Then Morris said, here's another riddle. What kind of beetle doesn't sting? Boris said, you mean what kind of bee doesn't sting? Boris laughed. I mean what kind of beetle? All bees sting. Boris shouted, oh, you don't know anything about riddles. I'm going home. A bird asked Morris, what is he angry about? Riddles, said Morris. He doesn't like them. Should I keep reading? Yeah?